In my last video that I posted about us helping that young girl, some of you asked where the police station was located from where she got dropped off. So I want to show you guys.
You're watching the Bear Pantry Show.
So you see the fountain over there? Just go on that little street past the fountain, and that building right all the way in the background, that's where the police station is. So that cop car or cop SUV or truck or whatever came from that building and went around the right hand side, well it's my left now, of the fountain, and then kicked her off to the curb here. So she probably went that way to try to go to the main street. And if you notice in my video, the cop truck was going that way, right? So that's what they did. They just kicked her off over here. Why didn't they kick her off to a Walmart? I want to show you guys some segments from 8 years ago when Joe and I were able to help out another young lady who was in distress. That little girl, look, she's 6 years old, and she just crossed the street by herself right at this light, and she's just going. That is scary as heck. And we saw this lady over here with some boys, see, right behind there. And she was looking at her, kind of like she knows her, but I guess she's troubled as I am. And that baby looked like she's like 6. Turn back, Joe. And Joe would not turn back if he was by himself, because you don't want no big bald black man stopping some little Mexican baby saying, hey, where you going? But I'm a girl, so I'm gonna ask that baby how old she is and where her mama at. Well, by the time we turned around, we didn't find her, but Joe thinks she's in that liquor store. And there's a man on a bike there. I mean, it's odd. Do you think we should have gone and looked inside the liquor store?
We wanna go back?
Okay guys, let's investigate this, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of why this baby's out here by herself. Okay guys, I don't want to show this baby, but she is lost. We called the police. We have another concerned citizen here that's keeping her warm. We don't even have a jacket in the car. But I don't want to show her face, okay? But good call, Joe, good call. She looked too young.
No, I saw her walking there, but that don't look right.
I think she just left the house, nobody is there, and she got scared. Show her from behind. See how small she is, guys? Just gonna show her from behind. We have a concerned citizen that walked back too. They're putting and they're putting the baby in the car, and we're heading back to work. So that was very scary. The baby is only 6 years old. Her name is Michaela. I don't want to give her last name, and she talks very good English. And she says that she has an older sister and brother, 10 and 8, and they go to the same school that she goes to, but she goes for afternoon kinder, which starts at 11. And she was asleep, and she heard her dad on the phone. Her dad's supposed to be home taking care of them. Mom works, and then she woke up, and then dad wasn't there. And so, I mean, in a crisis, she didn't want us to call the police. She was so afraid she was going to get her parents in trouble. And you could tell she's well cared for. She's clean. You know what I mean, Joe? And I'm so glad that we turned back that second time, because when she walked over there and she disappeared, I figured maybe she went into one of the homes there, you know, because people let their kids out at very young age. You know, I don't. I still check on Jada, who's 20. And so, yeah, my heart's racing, guys, which I guess will show up on this event monitor that I'm wearing. And so this lady, I guess, saw her walking too, so she went to the liquor store and she asked if a little girl came in there, and the guy said no. The guy is some type of Indian. And let's go, Joe. And so Joe ran behind the building and we found her there. We think she went into the liquor store and then she went around the building. Thank God nobody was able to harm her. And so the officer came and she was so afraid. I'm like, he's a friend, he's gonna help you. And they're taking her back to PD, and I guess they're gonna try to find out where she lives. And I think those parents are gonna be like in super duper trouble. For those of you who are new to the channel and maybe don't know what we used to do before we went full-time at YouTube, we used to be bottle printers or bottle decorators. Well, Joe was the one that had the skill to do it, and I just assisted him with everything. I have a video that I did a couple months ago showing you guys what we did for a living, and I'll put it up here in the card somewhere if you want to go take a look at it. All right, so One day, I went to go pick up the kids from school and I dropped them off here. So I went back to the shop alone and Joe was there waiting for me because he can't run the machine if I'm not there to help feed the bottles, right? So as I went to the door to open it up, a girl a few cars down in the complex, because they had units, so we were 217, so maybe 209 down that way, she yelled at me and asked me to come help her. So I noticed that her car, or what may have been her car, was backed into the stall, but it wasn't backed all the way up on the wall, so she was protruding a little bit into the dip, the little drainage area, right? And so I'm a girl and she's a girl, so I'm not finna go over there and push no car, because my mom told me, my mom taught us girls, me and my sisters, like, you don't do no heavy lifting, you don't do no heavy pushing, that's men's work, all right? So I opened the door and I yelled for Joe to come and help us. So the door is built like this. It's very important for you guys to know how the door works. So when you open the door with the key and you get inside the complex, you're supposed to take the same key, put it in lock, turn it and lock the door. There's no like knob. You have to turn it with the key, all right? So they say never leave the key in the door, because people will come with any key from the outside and fiddle around, and because the key is already on the opposite side, they can get into your unit more easily. But we never took that advice because we always wanted a key in the door in case we had to do like a quick escape from a fire or something. We don't want to go, where's the key, where's the key? We can't get out the door. So there was another key inside the door, okay? Important for you guys to know. So Joe came, we went over to the girl and we go, what's wrong? Did your car break down? And she says, no, me and my boyfriend was having a fight. He works here at this building. And he took the key and went off with it, and now I can't drive off, I can't put the car back into the spot, you know, and at least help me push it back into the spot, which was going to be hard because she had no key to put it in neutral, whatever. So before we could even make that decision, we asked her where the guy took off, what did he look like, you know, give us a description, and she's all like, oh, he looks Hispanic, because she looked Hispanic too, but she looked like mixed with white or something. And so she said, what the hell? You guys hear that? Huh. What's going on? My neighbors or in the main street? So anyways, I saw this guy, like a cholo looking guy, you know, like a Mexican gangbanger looking guy, coming on this small bicycle that was too small for him, like a kid's bike. And he had on, I don't remember what color shirt he had on, but let's say it was green, right? Green t-shirt. And he's like riding like in slow-mo, you know, coming towards us. And I said, is this your boyfriend? Because he looks kind of weird coming towards us. And she goes, no, I don't think that's him. Oh, you don't know what your boyfriend looked like, right? And he's coming, goes, he doesn't have a bike, you know? So he's coming towards us. So he jumps off the bike when he gets near us, and he did his macho or gang sign. I don't know what it was. And he said, what's up? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? And he stepped into Joe. And I said, is this your boyfriend? And she goes, yeah. And so I told Joe, okay, Joe, we have no part in this. This is not our business. Let's go. And I'm booking it because if you're with me and we're in trouble, I'm the one that's running. You know, they say fight or flee. I flee. I'm the one that's running. I'm God, okay? So we're walking. Joe was right there with me. And we left him with her. And so we got back to the door, got in quickly, and the key was in the door. So we had click, locked the door. And I told Joe, run through the warehouse and pull down the back door, you know, the pull down door. So Joe did that right away. And so the guy came over to us with the girl, and he was beating her. And so I called 911, but because where we were located at the shop, for many, many years before the city of Rialto took over that area, because that city is called Bloomington, we had to deal with the sheriff department from San Bernardino County, and they have to come from 10 miles away when there's issues. Rialto PD would not come. So when I called, they put me on hold. They say, 911, what's your emergency? Can you please hold? And I said, oh my God. So I stayed on hold. I don't know how long. It might have been a minute, but it felt like 10 minutes. And the guys over there, at that point, he wasn't like punching her, but he was shoving her, roughing her up, shoving her against our car. I think at the time we had a little Lumina car or something, a green car. And so I'm peeking through the back office. There's a big tall window with a curtain, and I'm peeking through there so he can't see me. So Joe's peeking through the front curtain, and we're not letting this girl in, right? So the operator comes on the phone, and I told her what was going on, and then she says, is there any way you could let the girl in till we could get there? And I say, hell no. I said, our safety comes first. He's beating her. I don't know if he has a gun. I don't know what he has on him. I said, and we don't know these people. I just went to go help her with her car, and then he appeared out of nowhere, and he's lost his mind. He looks like he's drugged. You know, he was on drugs, I should say. And so that's what the operator kept saying on the phone. Can you please let her in? So she didn't stay on the phone. She got off, and she said the cops were coming, and I said, please don't send just one cop, and don't send a cop with a K9. Send a bunch of them. This guy's crazy out of his mind. So tell me why one cop showed up, and he was a little bit pudgy. Not really overweight, but a little bit pudgy. And he got out the car at the guy, and the guy lunged at him, and they started a tackle. So then I guess he called for backup or whatever, and so more came, right? A couple more cars came, sheriff's car, and they managed to put the guy on the ground, and they didn't dog tie him at that point. They put the regular handcuffs, and they put him in the back of the cruiser, and they're doing their chitter chattering, talking on the radio, talking to each other, asking what's happening, who's the eyewitness, talking to the girl. By then we had the door open because they had him in the back of the car. The man started to bang the window with his head, the police cruiser back window, and he banged so hard that he shattered it, and he lunged from the car, and he fell into the glass down below. That's when they put their feet on him, put their feet in his neck, whatever, and then they crushed him in the glass or whatever in his face, and then they hog-tied him, you know, where they put the feet back up to the arms, right, to the hands, and they tied him like that, and they put him in another cruiser and took him away. Tell me why. Oh, I almost forgot this part of the story. Before they got there, he was riding in the dirt on my windshield. I don't remember what he said, but it was something like, I'm gonna get you, slut, or something. I don't know if he was talking to the girl or to me. So scared. So then when all those police came, they all had body cam. They were all filming and stuff. So why did they need me to be an eyewitness, right? So they sent me a letter, you know, after they arrested him and everything, saying that I have to be an eyewitness. So my friend Linda at the time, she got me in touch with this like community or I don't know, program, something where they help you if you're an eyewitness, and they help you to where you don't have to go to court, or they'll figure out some way for them to have to protect you if you're an eyewitness. So I don't remember what that group was called, but I called them and they're like, don't worry, we got you. And they contacted the police department and said, why do you need her as an eyewitness? You guys all had body cam, everything was rolling over there. You know, she owns that business that she's doing over there. She just doesn't work there and can switch jobs. He can switch jobs. Watch when he comes out of prison, you know, he's gonna go right back to work there or something and come looking for her. You know what I mean? So I didn't have to go to court, thank you Jesus. But about 8 months later, I was going home from leaving the shop to go home, and we were on one of the back streets. Chopper above, guys. Maybe that's for what was going on. I hope you guys can hear. Cora. So we were driving down one of the back streets, and this guy was in the middle of the street acting crazy out of his mind, not getting out of the way, and so we had to kind of swerve and bypass him. Tell me why it was the same guy. I guess he only served about 7 or 8 months in prison, and he was out already. Thank God he didn't come back over to my complex, and I never saw him again. But that's why I was really reluctant to help that young lady at first, because I don't know if it was a ruse and some crazy guy was going to come at us. And all we had was my little monopod as a monopod. Monopod? Yeah. Is it monopod? Yeah, because it's tripod, right? Yeah, monopod. I'm trying to think if it's POD or PAD. As a weapon, I think Joe has like a box cutting knife in his door. Child, we're going to need to have more weapons on that car. Child. They say if you have to have a baseball bat in the car, you better have a glove or a ball to go with it to pretend like you play baseball, because you're not supposed to have a bat just like that. That's what I heard. You guys comment below if it's true, okay? So it's still cool out here right now, but it's still too bright for me to take my sunglasses off. Look, my eye makeup kind of matches my outfit. This is the outfit I made to go with that shoe, remember? I'm gonna go take this off right now though, because I don't know what I got on it already right here. I don't know, I think it's something to do with that jello that I tried, but I'm gonna go try to get that out. I always make a mess. This is the Beth Andrew Show. Joe, do you remember why that girl didn't recognize her boyfriend when he came around the bend on a little bike? Is it just because he didn't take off on a bike and she didn't know where he got a bike from?
No, I don't think so. I think because if you look at it, he was wearing like a green shirt before, and then, okay, take that off.
Oh yeah, he had layers.
Yeah,
he
he
had
got like
layers
two
of
shirts
shirt.
on. Then he comes, I don't know what color was the other one,
Uh-huh.
but then he ended up with like a white tank top or something like that. Something like that.
Like a wife beater
Right.
thingy. And then eventually when he got to our car and started to write the stuff in the windshield,
Yeah, he was spaced
shirtless.
out, though.
He was shirtless.
You were shirtless, I was spaced up.
So I think he kept changing his shirt so the
Yeah.
girl didn't recognize him. So she wasn't trying to trick us, right?
No.
But this is why we didn't want to help that young girl.
I mean, see, you don't know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
He was out there. He was out there on the moon or something.